Hey guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of Earth. So if you are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of May 20th through the 22nd, 2022. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me for a price list if you don't already have it. If you want to reach me by phone, it's a separate process, so make sure you're registered at bill per call. You can request a call back. If I don't get back to you that day, I'll get back to you within a 7-day time frame. Also, be sure to check me out on Patreon for the monthly Venus sign readings, and check me out on TikTok. And yes, I have a code. Okay, so we have the overall energy as as Judgment. We have the Sun. We've got the Knight of Swords. We have the Hermit, Six of Swords, Princess of Wands, the Three of Wands, and Five of Wands. Okay. I feel like you guys are feeling good about yourself and your situation. I feel like you guys are also spending time outdoors. Something seems to feel good. You might start to feel like you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like maybe you've been going through some sort of darkness, or you were going through some sort of doubt, but I feel like you're starting to see the light. I also feel like there is something that requires your response. Either something requires your response or you're waiting for a response. I get a lot of waiting here too. Yeah, you could have put in for something. Maybe you put in for a new job, or you applied to something, and it's kind of like all you can do is wait. I also feel like something may have happened where you had the courage to take some sort of action. And whatever it was, you're like, okay, I did my part. Now all I do is wait and see. Some of you have been thinking about going back to school, or wondering if school would be a good thing for you right now. I just feel like you're doing some sort of studying or researching. This also could be something more personal, like you're looking into something that can help you, any type of self-healing, self-taught, self-something. So I feel like you are also coming off like an introvert. And I feel like you're doing some sort of research as far as like astrology or occult. I feel like there's something that you're looking into. You're trying to find answers to something. I feel like you're also asking God to show you, or you're asking God to, you need proof from God about something. And I feel like you are waiting to see, or you may have received a sign from God, but now you're just kind of like trying to figure it all out still. You're like, well, I feel like that was a sign from God, but I still don't know what it means. I also see that you guys are getting ready to take some sort of a trip, or you're looking for directions, or you're trying to figure out what's the best route somewhere. If you're not going someplace literal, you still might be trying to figure out what's the best route to get whatever it is that you're trying to get to. You're like, how do I want to get from point A to point B, what's the best route? You do seem to be coming out of a place of, where you were going through some sort of doubt or darkness, and things seem to be better for you now. And I feel like you're also like learning how to trust. I still feel like whatever you're looking for the answers to, it's like the answers are inside, or you're being told that the answer resides within you, but you're still kind of like, but what does that mean? And I feel like you're trying to understand, how do you pull it out? How do you manifest whatever this is that you're wanting to manifest? Okay, I feel like someone also is going to send you a letter or a message, and I feel like you're wondering who sent this. You're like, who sent this? Or where did this come from? You might have one of those situations where you just walk past someplace, and then when you walk past again, all of a sudden there's a dime on the floor, and you're like, okay, that wasn't there at first. So you may receive some sort of sign or message from spirit. In a love situation, you seem to be pretty feeling pretty good about your life, pretty content. But at the same time, you might be wondering, like, okay, but when is so and so coming? When is God gonna send me my partner? And I feel like even though you feel good about your life and where you are, you still can't help but to wonder when is love coming? And, I feel like sometimes maybe you're, looking out into the universe and looking at the stars. Matter of fact, I feel like you've been doing that lately. Like, really mesmerized with the sky and looking up at the sky at night. Or maybe you've also been doing some sort of sun gazing. Yeah. I feel like you're really trying to find some sort of answers, or you're trying to see something from a different perspective. I do feel like something is out there, or something's getting ready to happen. Okay, now something's also indicating though that you might be blinded by pride. Your pride is preventing you from seeing certain things, or maybe you're too close to a situation and you need to take a step back. But I could see your ego or your pride getting in the way of something that you want. And I feel like you really are fighting with yourself, and maybe that's what you're trying to figure out. You're trying to study yourself or examine yourself. But it does look like this is your ego. It's about your ego. I feel like something is frustrating you. I kind of feel like you might get into the headspace of, I did my part, I don't need to do anything else. And that's your ego talking. It's like, no, have you done enough? Like really go within and really ask yourself, really look at yourself objectively, or your situation. Because I'm not quite sure what it is that you're trying to manifest, but I feel like you're being blocked by your perception of something. Also, something is conflicting. I feel like you're saying you want something, but then when you have it, you're saying you don't. I don't know. I feel like there's something that is conflicting you from having what you, something's blocking you from having what you really want because you're conflicted. Huh. Or you're saying you want a relationship, but you're not willing to give that person any time or attention. And it's like, well, you said you wanted a relationship, but then when you have someone in front of you, you're not paying attention to them. I kind of feel like you are asking the universe to show you something. And then the universe shows you and you're like, nuh-uh. I kind of feel too like you're going to be tested with something. Like, let's see if you've learned your lesson. Or for months now, you've been saying, please God, just give me this and I'll do that. And then it's like, okay, here it is. You've been asking for this for months. And you said you were going to do this if I gave it to you. Let me see what you're going to do. So I kind of feel too like something might be like a test. Something is to see if you're ready for some sort of responsibility. It could be a promotion. Maybe you're like, please give me that promotion. And then it's like, hey, guess what? So-and-so isn't coming into work for about a week. You think you can fill their shoes? And it's kind of like a trial or a test for you to see. So I feel like you're going to get your opportunity. And whatever you've been asking for does come with responsibility. I also feel like you might be waiting to get some sort of results back. You're waiting for some sort of results. Okay, you've been coming off kind of stubborn or isolated, but it seems like you're wanting to get out of your comfort zone, or maybe you do want to challenge yourself, but you're just kind of stubborn. I also feel like you're asking yourself, are you really happy? Like you're asking yourself a lot of questions. You're taking some sort of self-assessment. Now you might literally be taking some sort of assessment test for something. Huh. I feel like you're practicing something too. Something that's self-taught. It's something you've been reading and you're like, let me see if I could do it. It may have something to do with like telepathy, or maybe you've been looking at videos about telekinesis and trying to see if you can move things with your mind. If you like to fish, it could be a possibility of you going fishing this weekend. Okay, I feel like you're needing to finish something that was started. And I feel like you're trying to figure out what's the best way to do this. What's the best way to go about having closure? What's the best way to go about completing this project? So anything too that you've been putting on the back burner, I feel like it's time to complete it. You might be going over some sort of checklist too. I also feel like there are some changes coming to your job or your career. You're going in a different direction now. Could be dealing with an air sign or fire sign. Okay, if you sent a message or you sent something out, you put something out, you could have written something to somebody, you could have applied for something, whatever it was, I feel like you're not hearing anything. You're like, are they going to respond? Did I get the job? Am I going to get the money? Do they want to be together? Like, excuse me, whatever it is that you put some effort into, you're like waiting for a response. And then, like I said, you kind of feel like you did whatever you need to do. You're like, I did my part. But I feel like that's ego. This is showing that that's your ego. You might be saying, well, what else do I need to do? I don't know. You might need to put things into perspective. Okay, you may literally see like a shooting star this weekend. And I do feel that something that you wished for is coming true. You're just waiting. It's like it's all in divine timing. And something is being revealed to you. Maybe in a dream. It could be reality too, but I feel like you are receiving a response or something's being revealed to you, but you're going to doubt it. You're not going to believe it. Okay. So whatever opportunity you've been asking for, like something is being placed in front of you. But I feel like, especially more so in a love situation, I feel like you're being introduced to someone, but both you and this person are being resistant toward each other. Like, I feel like you guys both have too much pride to like admit that you're attracted to each other, that you like each other. It could be something as, as little as not looking somebody in the eye. Let's say you went out somewhere, you were at some sort of gathering, and you saw someone cute at this gathering, but every time they walk past, you look the other way, or strike up a conversation with someone who you feel more comfortable with. Excuse me, I kind of feel like that's what you're doing here. Like you're avoiding eye contact, or you're just, fighting some kind of connection that you're having with someone. I feel like you're being asked to let your guard down, but you're just kind of having a hard time doing that. I also feel like you might share something personal with someone, especially your family, just to see what their response is going to be. And you're going to be met with a little opposition. Someone isn't going to be as open-minded to some sort of idea that you have as you think they are. Or maybe you don't expect that. You're like, you know what, they're not going to be on board, or they're not going to agree with what I have to say, but let me just put this out here a little bit. And I kind of feel like you're going to share a little bit of your thoughts with someone, and they're going to be like, I don't know, they just don't get it, or they disagree with whatever it is that you're talking about. All right, so let's look at some energy cards. All right, what additional messages are there for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? We have community, hostility, magician, and the mirror. Overall energy, temple path. Okay, so off the bat, I kind of feel like you are getting into some sort of disputes about spirituality. It could be with your family. If you belong to some sort of private group or spiritual group and you try to share your beliefs with people, I feel like people might feel kind of hostile towards whatever it is that you're saying, or you might feel that way. Either way, I feel like this is two people not seeing eye to eye. Excuse me. Now, also, I don't know. I feel too like there's something that you're trying to manifest. Okay, someone's behavior is an illusion. You might be acting different from how you really feel. You might feel the need to cover up your true feelings. Maybe you're being guarded towards someone, like I was just saying. There's someone that you're interested in, but you're behaving in a way that is guarded. It's like your pride is not allowing you to express yourself fully how you want to, or to behave how you really want to behave. So you might be wearing a mask or deflecting in a sense. I also feel like if someone does cause an argument, it's a way of deflection. And I feel like Spirit is trying to guide you or show you something about your spiritual path. There's still some issues with this spiritual path, though. It may be that you feel like you found your home, your spiritual group, or you found some people that you can trust, but then, I don't know, when you share your opinions to other people outside of that circle, you're met with hostility. This also could be some petty fights. Let's say you have a child with someone and your spiritual beliefs are different, and you never knew it was an issue until you're actually faced with the matter of baptizing the child. You know, maybe one person is like, I want to baptize the baby. And, you know, you or your partner, who depends on who, is just like, I don't believe in baptism. Why we got to do that? And, you know, it could be something going on where there's a clash in regards to beliefs. I was also getting something about sibling rivalries. I don't know if you're not getting along with your siblings, or if there's a little bit of jealousy coming from one of your siblings about something going on in your life. Somebody might be low-key envious of you or something that you have, or maybe you feel this way towards someone. I feel like you're having a hard time finding people to trust. Like, I feel like you keep your circle very small. Yeah. And I also feel like your enemies are being revealed to you. I'm kind of getting the energy of someone doing like a truth serum. You might also feel forced to deal with people or groups that you don't really want to deal with this weekend. And I feel like you just kind of go inside and then put your avatar, let your avatar do the work. You're like, I'm not even mentally here. I'm mentally checked out. But you're like somewhere functioning and just like talking and just to keep the peace. So you might find yourself having to be phony just to keep the peace. But on the inside, you're like, I totally disagree with you. Yeah. So that's basically all I'm getting for you guys, but hopefully some things have resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.